Hey, you guys want to learn all about value pricing for your self-storage business? Well, you're going to be in luck. On today's little sneak peek into the self-storage summit, I have Tommy talking all about that. Again, this is just a little few minute sneak peek into his presentation, which was fabulous. Again, this is just one of the 30 presenters that are coming up November 19th to the 21st. Register today so you don't miss out. theselfstoragesummit.com. And hey, let's just get right into it. Here's Tommy.
And welcome to the Self Storage Show.
Right. So I'm really pumped about this. So let's get into it, man. So here's some pro tips, some things to kind of align and orient ourselves as we go into the core topic, which is value pricing for self-storage. But the main things that I want to help people understand is there's three main things. One, it's the idea is to optimize the rental experience for your customers. That's big. And, this whole idea of customer experience, I think that was the buzzword earlier this spring, and it's not going away. You're on an Apple, I'm on a Mac here, right? And Apple has figured it out. Other much bigger companies than us have figured it out. And I think customer experience is a big thing and a big, I think a positive change for our industry. I think you would probably agree. Of course, for the owners and operators amongst us, number two, the idea for value pricing is absolutely to help you optimize your revenue. But what's cool about it is you get to optimize your revenue on a per unit basis. We'll get into more about what that means here a little bit later. And then thirdly, it kind of ties back to the rental experience, but it is really to treat customers how they want to be treated. Which is it's a phenomenal concept. I'm excited to get into it. But the other key takeaway here is the perceived value of value pricing puts customers in the driver's seat. It's a whole new concept that it's going to change really how it's changed other industries in e-commerce, but it's absolutely going to wreck our industry and actually make it for the better. So these are just some things to orient ourselves as we get going to go into it. But I'd like to just start by discussing and chatting with you about airlines, hotels, and car rentals. I mentioned earlier about learning from other people's mistakes and also learning about what they do well. Airlines, hotels, car rentals, they have absolutely figured it out. So I like to ask this, like when I say, or when the industry says value pricing, what does that mean to you, Jim? Like, what do you think of when you think of value pricing?
Well, maybe just because I'm in the industry and I've been doing this. But what pops in my head is like good, better, best. It's like good, better, best kind of a thing. Like I look at airlines here, popped up. I literally just booked an airline ticket about 20 minutes ago to California. And right on the very first page, I did my economy, and that flat out said next thing was like
main cabin. Yeah.
Main cabin, exactly. Yep.
That's it. That good, better, best, bronze, silver, gold, 3, 2, 1, that concept, that is value pricing. Going back to what I said earlier, that perceived value puts your customers in the driver's seat, right? It lets them pick what they think is best for them, right? And so, here it is. Economy, main cabin, comfort plus. Business class. That's it. Airlines, they got it down to a science. Now, for this particular summit, there's no air traveling, right? You're doing this from your couch or your coffee shop or your office or in your bedroom, wherever you are. But if you're traveling to self-storage conferences and conventions and trade shows, you know what it takes when you book an airline ticket. They're gonna give you the cheapest price first, but hey, if you want the extra leg room, or hey, if you want to pick your actual seat, it's a little bit of an upgrade. But it's not just in airlines. I mentioned hotels. Yeah, when you book your suite, your room, your queen bed or your double bed, you can get the king bed. No big deal. It's an extra $80, or you get the suite. For the difference of $300, you can get the suite, the Mac Daddy, the penthouse. If you're booking your car with Enterprise or Hertz or Avis, you can upgrade to that larger vehicle. You don't want the Camry, right? You can get the bigger vehicle. You can get the SUV for an extra $30 or per day, right? But what's cool and what these industries have figured out, it's not to just show the new price. It's showing just the difference. It's just an extra $40 to upgrade. It's just an extra $300 to upgrade from main cabin to Comfort Plus. They don't give you the concept of the full price. They just give you that price differential. So yeah, right. So if you remember, when you booked your airline ticket, the economy was $300 for that ticket, but it's just an extra $80 to get to the main cabin, right?
Yeah, and I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, no, that's it, right? People don't notice it, and they just move on because it's not even psychological. It's really just behavioral. People want to see the smaller number because in their mind they're getting a great deal, right? And so these industries have figured it out. But the key piece, and I want to really hammer this home, point number 5 here is probably the most important lesson. They have all figured out how to let customers upgrade themselves during the checkout process. I'll say it again. They have figured out how to let customers pay them more money during the checkout process that does not involve a human. There's no human interaction throughout the whole upgrade process. Think about your airline ticket. You probably did it on delta.com, or if you're like me, you went, that's it, right? Or if you're doing enterprise for your car rental, or if you're booking your hotel room, you're rarely talking to a real person, right? It's all automated. And then even with the car rentals, you show up to a kiosk and the kiosk is letting you do the upgrade. And so at the point of decision making, that's when the customer is most likely to give you more money for a better product because they want that perceived value. And so this is actually a stat from Warren. He shared this with me when we had a panel earlier this year at the SSA conference in Las Vegas. 20 to 25% of customers will upgrade when given the choice. 1 in 4, 1 in 5 people will say, hey, that main cabin looks a lot better than economy. Right. And these are typically high dollar upgrades. It takes a little bit more than just $12 here to get to that main cabin, or it takes a little bit more money to get to the larger vehicle. But 1 in 4 people will do it because they want that convenience. They want whatever they think is important to them. So let's talk about value pricing 101 and specifically how it applies to our industry, the lovely self-storage industry.
Thanks for supporting the show. I want to let you know that we've just opened up our brand new free private Facebook group. There I'll be having some extra special content not found anywhere else. If you really want your facility to be a success in today's market, then this is going to be the place for you. You can request to join us at selfstoragecommunity.com or search for Self Storage Domination Community on Facebook.